Hello students, so today we are going to start a new topic, that is electric field intensity on equatorial line. Yesterday we have done on the axial line and this time we are going to discuss on the equatorial line. Same thing we have, the difference is that only that in this topic we are taking equatorial line and we are finding the electric field intensity over this on the equatorial line on the point P. This point P is my observation point where I want to find the electric field intensity due to this dipole. Now see, from the dipole, this is my negative charge. I have brought other test charge Q on the observation point. Now this is negative and that is my positive charge. As their polarities are different, signs are different, so obviously that charge will get attracted toward this negative charge. So the direction for the electric field I can represent over here because this charge is getting attracted towards a negative. And if I talk about this positive charge Q, here also I have positive. There will be repulsion due to which the direction for electric field align in that direction, in the upward, here downward towards the negative charge. So this was the talk about the directions of electric field. Now to find the total net electric field, I have to resolve the given electric fields into two components. See beta, in that E1 is going in that direction, E2 is going in that direction, but my main motive is to find the total net electric field. So in order to find the net electric field, I will resolve these two into two components, means the resultant of this E1 and this E2 will be in that direction. That is my resultant of the electric fields E1 and E2. Here I will find the total electric field. Now we know that components are resolved into other two forms, that is horizontal component and the vertical component. Horizontal component we take as cos theta and vertical component we take as sin theta. So firstly we will talk about the E1. For E1 I have two components. Horizontal component will lie in that direction, that is my horizontal component for E1, and that will be my vertical component. See this thing again, this is my electric field E1 and its horizontal component will lie in that direction and vertical component will lie in downward. So I can write over here E1 cos theta and here E1 sin theta. This is for E1. Now we have two electric fields. Come for the E2. My electric field, second electric field is lying along this direction E2. Again we have to resolve it into further two components. So again what will be its horizontal and vertical? Its horizontal component will also lie in that direction where we had for E1. So E2 cos theta horizontal component and vertical component, as this electric field lying along this way, so its vertical component on the above side I can write E1 sin theta, sorry E2 sin theta, because we are talking about E2. So here I have E2 sin theta. So total electric field will be equal to E1 plus E2 along with their components. Now see this thing beta, this component, vertical component sin theta in this direction and E2 sin theta in the opposite direction. Though their magnitudes are same, yet directions are different. So both these components will get cancelled out and what I will have which component will be left only? E1 cos theta and E2 cos theta. These two components will be left only. Why? Because they are lying along the same direction, but the component sin theta, E1 sin theta and E2 sin theta, they are lying in the opposite direction, so they will get cancelled out. So let's start the derivation now. We know the expression for electric field. If I want to find E1, how can I write in magnitude? Q upon 4 pi epsilon naught into distance. Distance, which distance we have to take? We have to take the distance from charge to the point of observation where I want to find the electric field. So this distance will be, I will give the name A, B and P I have given. So I have to take this distance AP. How can I find the AP? By applying the Pythagoras theorem over here. You can see beta AP I have to find by applying Pythagoras theorem. AP square, this is OA, OP. What is the value for OA? The value for OA L square, the value for OP is R. So by combining both, after doing some calculation, I can write AP is equals to R square plus L square. As AP, same will be the BP. So in place of AP square, I can write Q upon 4 pi epsilon naught, which value? R square plus L square. Square I have to write. So this square will get cancelled out by this square root. So same for the E2, Q upon 4 pi epsilon naught R square plus L square. Now I have component also. To find the total, as E1 is same, E2 is same. So I can write E is equal to 2E1 cos theta. इसका भी cos theta आ जाएगा, and here also cos theta, because we have discussed that sin theta component will get cancelled out. So 2E1 cos theta. Now see this thing, I have to put the value of cos theta. Just keep this thing in your mind that E1 and E2 both are same. Net electric field 2, the value for E1, Q upon 4 pi epsilon naught R square plus L square. Now cos theta, what will be the cos theta? As you have done the T ratios in which we say this thing, that cos theta is equal to base upon hypotenuse. Suppose I am taking this right angle triangle only, that what will be the value for cos theta? Base I have L, hypotenuse that is AP, we found the value for AP, that is R square plus L square. Now I can put the value of cos theta over here, L upon root, or in place of root I can write R square plus L square raised to power 1 by 2. So total electric field I will get Q into 2L, that is the value for electric dipole moment. So in place of this I can write P. In the denominator I can write 4 pi epsilon naught. This is 1 power, this is 1 by 2. Bases are same, powers can be added. So I can write R square plus L square raised to power 3 by 2. So this is our expression for electric field intensity on the equatorial line. Suppose if our distance, this L distance is very smaller than R, then I can neglect this R, and if I am neglecting this, I will be left with the relation E is equal to P upon 4 pi epsilon naught. As L square I told you, if L square is very smaller than R, then it can be neglected and I will be left with R square 3 by 2, 2 will get cancelled out and the remaining relation will be R cube. So this is our proof for electric field intensity on equatorial line due to electric dipole. Hope you understood this whole derivation, which is very important. Next topic we will do in the coming video session. Thank you. Have a nice day.